It was one of those neighborhoods where everyone knew each other's names but not much else beyond that. You know the type. Friendly waves from driveways, occasional small talk about the weather while collecting mail, but rarely anything deeper. My apartment was nothing special, just a cozy one-bedroom on the second floor with decent natural lighting and a small balcony that I decorated with potted plants that somehow managed to survive despite my inconsistent watering schedule. I lived there for almost 2 years, settling into a comfortable routine of work, takeout dinners, and weekend Netflix marathons. The kind of life that wasn't particularly exciting but felt safe and predictable. That predictability was about to be challenged by the storm that had been brewing all day. Dark clouds had been gathering since morning, and by late afternoon, the sky looked like it was ready to unleash something serious. The weather app on my phone had been sending alerts about severe thunderstorms, but I wasn't particularly concerned. I had stocked up on essentials earlier in the week: batteries, water, some non-perishable food items, just in case. Living in this part of the country, you learn to prepare for occasional power outages. As for my neighbor across the hall, Alex, we had what I'd call a cordial but distant relationship. We'd exchange pleasantries when we happened to check our mail at the same time or pass each other in the stairwell. Alex had moved in about 6 months ago, and while I found myself curious about this new neighbor with the warm smile and interesting book choices I'd occasionally glimpse, our interactions had remained surface level. There was something about Alex that made me want to know more. Maybe it was the infectious laugh I'd hear through the walls sometimes, or the way they always seemed genuinely interested when asking how my day was going. But between my busy work schedule and general awkwardness at initiating deeper conversations, we remained in that strange limbo of being more than strangers but less than friends. Little did I know that the approaching storm would change all of that in ways I couldn't have imagined. Sometimes the universe has a way of creating circumstances that force us out of our comfort zones, bringing people together when they least expect it. And that's exactly what happened when the lights went out in our building that evening. The storm hit with unexpected ferocity around 7 p.m. I was in the middle of preparing a simple dinner when the first crash of thunder shook my windows. The rain came down in sheets, pounding against the glass with such intensity that it sounded like someone was throwing handfuls of pebbles at my apartment. I had just finished cooking when it happened. A flash of lightning so bright it illuminated my entire apartment, followed immediately by a deafening crack of thunder. Then, darkness. Complete and utter darkness. The power outage